All right, so welcome back. And let me do this. One of our sister stations did a quick calculation, especially on a salary. So if you're an average worker that earns 1,500 and you live at Kaswa and you work at Northridge, okay? You earn 1,500. You live at Kaswa and you work at Northridge. This is what happens, all right? So the cash that you pick, all right, is Trotro. So if you are living on Trotro, Domiabra to Kaswa is 4 cedis 50 pesos. I hear there's no change in fare. Kaswa to Circle, the old fare was 6 cedis 50 pesos. Now it's 7 cedis 80 pesos. Now from Circle now to Northridge will be, the old one was 2 cedis 30 pesos. Now you pay 3 cedis, all right? Now, when you put all of them together, the daily spending on transportation, that's in and out, you're paying weekly 153 Ghana cedis. The monthly is 612 Ghana cedis. That is out of your 1,500 Ghana cedis. So what you are left with to feed and do other things is around 888 Ghana cedis. So you're feeding, and they went ahead to also do the feeding. I'm laughing because, Charlie, the situation is now dire. And we have not ended, though. According to the GPRT, of course, they are here. It's once you increase fuel prices there, we will also increase. And I'll tell you why. Abbas Imoro is head of communications at the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, GPRTU. Let's talk about hikes in transport fares and matters arising. It's good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Your name, you are one of those people they don't want to hear these days, so because once you come on air, they know there's going to be increase in prices.
I'm told even there was a threat from someone at Dome FM.
Oh.
Yes. Yesterday, I almost abandoned a program, but the leadership encouraged me and assured me. It's just sad.
No.
It's sad that for somebody performing his duty rightfully, just for somebody attack using unprinted words.
I think it's bad.
But these are some of our jobs. So
No, but it's bad. Because you see...
Because my worry was the current situation in the country.
Yeah.
Somebody could have lynched you anywhere.
Absolutely.
Because of somebody's encouraging others to do so.
Absolutely. This is Mr. Abbas Imoro. He has a wife, or 2 wives, or 3 wives.
3 minus 1.
And children. Now, if you think he's the one increasing the fares, okay, let's just say he increases fares.
I'm not even.
I get that. The wife and children and mother and father and siblings also take the same fares.
Who are many?
Yes, he is expected from the same packets. So he increases the fares. The children, the siblings, the whoever, the acquaintances also bought the same car. He pays because he's the breadwinner of the family. So the same money that you think he's collecting, he's spending the same thing because I'm not too sure the weight to take his trotro to and fro. So it's only, for me, for want of a better word, nonsensical to want to blame Abbas Imoro for our current woes. The current woes are not from me. But let's start off. What is the relationship between you and the transport ministry, especially as far as increment in prices are concerned?
Good morning to the listener. We have a standing relationship, very excellent.
Okay.
Lo and behold, even twins, occasionally there will be something among them. Yeah, this particular one is unique. This particular increment is unique with different style. Well, we were forced into that. Once upon a time, we were living nicely, and we have 10% threshold. It is not proper. Each time fuel prices are being increased, then we put 1 peso, we put 2 pesos. So we wait till about 10%, of which we've all come to that very good compromise. If you can recall, early February, somewhere 12 February, we increased our fares by 15%.
Okay.
And the communique that we brought out, I stand for correction, but the second paragraph, we stated over there that 10% threshold still holds.
Okay. Even when there was a 15%.
After the 15% increment,
in fuel.
communicate that we brought out.
All right.
Now, we went further and stated that currently by then, a price of a liter was 7.99. We said when we get to 8.8, we'll bring another, meaning the 10% threshold, we'll bring another upward adjustment. Lo and behold, the vehicle carrying the percentages, when it got to our place, the brake failed, so it went off. In March, early March, it went to 10.80, whilst we were waiting for 8.8. We wrote officially to the Transport Ministry, dated 17th March, that yes, here is the situation on hand, so we intend coming up with about 15% upward adjustment. We were hoping, as normal, that we have to be called immediately. We sit and negotiate on which percentage. It never materialized. Whilst our people are on edge, because some, I have two friends who even reduced the sales for their drivers. They did that because drivers doesn't take very good salaries, because at the end of the day, if you work, you take out the fuel, money you spend on buying the fuel for the day, you take out the sales for the day, at least you get about 20 or 30 Ghana after the hard day's work. Now, if you multiply these 20 or 30 cedis a day times 26 working days, whatever you get, plus the small salary that the owner will pay you, I think you will get something reasonable. Not closer to single spine though, but you will get something reasonable. Now, the situation is such that after a hard day's work, when you take out the fuel that you buy for the day, and you take out the salary and the sales for the day, in most cases, even you struggle even to get the sales for the day.
I see.
So meaning the driver, after hard day's work, you don't just get anything at all. So I know of two friends who have even reduced the day's sales so that they can live happily. Now, each time fuel price changes, the driver suffers most, because if you have buy a vehicle for me and I uses it, initially you fill the tank for me. At the end of the day, I have to replace the number of gallons I've used. And imagine I use 200 Ghana to fill the tank for a hard day's work. I get my sales for the day, maybe I have 20 Ghana or so. Immediately the fuel price is being increased. You cannot use the same amount to refill the tank again. It will be reducing. It will be reducing. And if care is not taken, it will get to a time you won't get even fuel for the next day's job. So this is one side of it. This and other things, because fuel plays about, let me say, about 60% of transport operating. And imagine there are certain things, if you don't have, but you have fuel, you can move the vehicle. But you have everything and there's no fuel, you can't work.
Why must you always go to the Transport Ministry before increasing transport fares?
Yes, this has been a tradition we meet, because I remember when I got into the transport industry, initially, this wasn't the case. At least the whole year there will be increment on fuel for about once. And GPRTU, of course, will be informed. Then immediately they bring the percentage, we also bring the prices. By then nobody was visiting any transport ministry or energy ministry for anything.
So they just throw it out there.
Yes,
and then you pick
when
it.
time was moving, things were changing, and currently we made this tradition. So this is how I will explain it.
The reason I ask this is that sometimes even without meeting them, you still go ahead to increase the fares. So why meet them?
Yes, this is why we've done that. You see, I've told you on the 17th March, we wrote to the ministry.
And they never responded.
They never responded. Meanwhile, the fuel prices keep swelling up. Early May, we realized even the 10.80 that we say is too much. Let's see how best we can salvage that. It went to 11.24. So we wrote to the ministry again, dated 6 May.
Okay.
That effective from 7th May, we have come up with 20% upward adjustment. And that was how it came, because we were hoping, like you said, they will invite us after the 17th March letter, which never was responded to. So this is how it came to the current situation in which we are.
I see. So
And we did this because we saw the pressure on our members. And you know, we're all in this country when 6 December, we all witnessed what happened. We were also forced into that when we laid down our vehicles or our tools. 6 December, if you can recall. Yeah, it wasn't a pleasantry issue. I mean, what we saw wasn't nice. Others have to visit the hospital and there were no vehicles. They have to walk. Some have to carry their children on their shoulders to school, etc., etc. So we try to prevent that. We try to prevent
so
that.
currently, I mean, speaking to you the other day somewhere else, I got the indication that after whatever time it was that you wanted to engage the transport ministry, you never got in touch with them. Now, they also, upon our checks yesterday, that was Wednesday, was when they wanted to meet you. Yet you didn't have any correspondence to that effect.
I would say it's just unfortunate.
Okay.
You see, I mean, even if you are not an administrator, every big organization have administrators.
Okay.
Is this the way it should work?
No.
The answer
So
is
you
no.
expected some official notice of meeting, but did you, for any reason, meet them at all?
Well, yesterday there was an arrangement for a meeting, but we pleaded for postponement to Friday.
Why?
Our national this is a national issue.
Okay.
Everybody is involved, and our national chairman has gone to Kumasi.
Okay.
And the situation which we are not happy with the situation. We've also heard the transport minister are also not happy because we've been saying we wrote to them and there was no response. So it should be all inclusive,
Right.
so that if there is a problem somewhere, we solve it and solve it well, so that tomorrow such a thing will not be repeated.
What do you think they are coming to tell you? What are they coming to tell you?
Well, until the meeting takes off before we can.
Is there unity? Is there some cohesion between GPRT and other unions on issues of transport fares? The reason I ask this is that you go and some others are charging more, some 20%, some 35%, some 30%. I think that's not too good for the image of drivers.
It's not good for the country as a whole. The problem comes from somewhere.
Okay.
We have a law in the LI 2180 which states that you cannot operate a commercial vehicle if you are not unionized, or a society or a recognized organization. I think those who made this law has done well, so that you just can't do things haphazardly. Now we have people, we call them floating drivers.
Floating drivers.
Who does not belong to
Any
any union, any organization at all. You can even form your company, register, and be known that yes, TV Africa Transport Union, these are their leaders, this is where we can locate them. But we have these people operating. One can pick a vehicle from Medina, operate on the road to Kaswa. One can pick a vehicle from Amasama, operate on the road to Accra, etc., etc.
How do we stop this?
Well,
So who must
the
implement?
law enforcing agency must, even the city authorities, on several occasions when we meet them, we've been telling them, look, you are crying for money. There are a lot of money you can make, and you are not. It looks like you are not serious on it. We, those drivers who operate from the stations, we've been paying daily toll to the city authorities anywhere in the country. And these are people who just work freely and get away with it. Why can't you, come up with a situation or an issue which can check these things and make sure everybody pays for development of the nation?
Okay.
So this is the problem, and this must be done by the law enforcing agencies.
I see. Is there anything you want us to know apart from the fact that we are up for 20%? That started on Monday, we understand.
Well, it was from Saturday.
Oh, Saturday, of course. Saturday. So is there any other thing, are we going to see, or the moment fuel prices are increased, we should see a hike in
You say we must be fair to ourselves.
Right.
We are working, we are into serious commercial business.
True.
Most of the vehicles that you see on the road are obtained with bank loans. And if you take money from the bank, especially investing into transport, the vehicle will not be in your name until you finish with the payments. Secondly, they will give you payment schedule, of which you have to go by it. If, say, you are to pay within 4 years, and you have seriously done 2 years by going by the rules, and after the 2 years, there is a problem that you cannot pay, the bank, they are into serious business. They will just inform you, you are behind by this time. And the next time, they will just pick the vehicle from you, meaning the 2 years of your hard work has been useless. So this and other things are why we are serious to make sure that right things are always done.
Okay.
So, well, we have the 10% threshold.
Okay.
And we are not praying that within 3 days' time, another 10% should come for us to tell you that, yes, we can work freely. We are into serious business. We have to come up with another upward adjustment. But something must be done. The rate at which the price is running, nobody should blame us.
I see.
Nobody at all should blame.
Who should we blame?
Well, those in authorities who are not in the position to make sure they control the prices of these fuels, so that it will also, as I said earlier, when I got fresh into the transport industry, it will be about a year before we will hear of fuel price increment. Then we also change, at times even about 2 years. But now we are now we are not in analog world, we are in digital world. So everything is running, so we should be prepared to run analog.
I see.
Yes.
I see. Would you ever leave the business?
I don't think I should.
Especially with the prevailing conditions.
Oh, no. There should be solution to every problem.
Okay.
There should be solution.
So you are there forever?
Well, I enjoy working
right.
at where I am today, especially talking for my salary. I'm okay. I'm okay.
And that's Abbas Imoro, is the head of communications, Ghana Private Road Transport. That's GPRTU. We're talking about hikes in transport fares and, of course, matters arising. So please, when you go into any trotro or commercial vehicle, do not blame Mr. Abbas Imoro. It has to do with their business, is their livelihood. Just as you also get paid, and paid because inflation is high, you go and also negotiate your increment in salaries. They are doing so to maintain a good life as well. And I think for some of us, we support what they do. Thank you very much once again. Do come by anytime.
You're always welcome.
All right. So